Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to Star Wars KOTOR. My name is Burning Earth Chris, and I'm going to be your pilot tonight. So in the last episode, we got a glimpse at Revan's past in the Mandalorian Wars, and how Malak and Shadow served under him, and how they were able to take down Mandalore the Ultimate, was it? I don't remember. I'm sorry. Someone correct me if I'm wrong there. Anyway, we did take a look at Revan's time in the Mandalorian Wars, and we essentially learned that Shadow was force bonded to Revan. So when Revan lost his identity, Shadow lost a part of herself as well. And now essentially Solomon has Revan, Shadow, and Shadow's friend Kobayashi in his grasp. So we're going to be using Verbal here, Kobayashi's droid, to try to get them out of their prison. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm not going to lie, I'm not really looking forward to this section. Alright, so now we need to figure out where to go. Oh god.
Unless my photoreceptors are malfunctioning, this doesn't look like a very pleasant place to be imprisoned in. Master is located somewhere within the vicinity. I must locate him.
Yeah. How? These Zerka flyboys walking all over the place. It might be a little difficult for me to do that. Okay, so the detention room's over here. Is there gonna be another Zerka employee that comes running out that way, or... This might take me a couple of tries here, folks, so I'm just giving you guys a preface to that now.
The source of my master's signal is located at the other side of this locked door. I must locate a key.
Of course we do. God damn it. Okay, They said to avoid combat. How many hit points do you have there, droid? 100, okay. And of course his character profile, light side, dark side, is T-posing. I'm gonna wait for that Zerka employee to make another pass. This is still spooky as all hell. Okay. Ah, crap. Run, run, run! Excuse me. Oh, dear God. Okay. Okay, note to self. These guys have a very, very limited field of vision, but once they do see you, then you're pretty much screwed. Okay, but at least I know where I need to go over there now. I wish I had a repair kit. Jeez Louise, that did a lot of damage. And that guy was just using his fists, too. Okay, but I guess I had to study the patrol patterns here. Again, Metal Gear Solid here. Am I gonna be okay? I'm a little scared to move even an inch. Alright, let's see. Let's just get going, I guess. This is honestly really terrifying. About as bad as the Firaxan sharks. Okay. Pause. I don't see anybody coming. We go this way. There's someone in here. Okay, good. Prison door key.
I have located a key. I must use it to unlock the detention room so that I can free Master.
Okay. Deep breaths. I'll just keep moving there, schmuck. Go, 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 go. Gonna wait a second before I proceed forward here. Okay, let's go now, if we can. Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Verbal! I knew you could make it here.
Master, there you are. My sensors indicate that your temperature has rose and your heart rate has quickened. Are you being affected by the presence of the false cage? Are you suffering from claustrophobia?
I'm not suffering from claustrophobia, I just don't like being stuck in such a small space. Now hurry up and release us. Access the terminal.
I overload my circuits with worry for you, Master. I really do.
Oh, thank goodness.
Much better. About time I got some space to move around a little. Make sure you grab your gear before we head out. It's bound to be around here somewhere.
Oh, that's neat. I like that he has his own animation to do that. That's pretty cool. Okay, there, equipment footlocker. That'll do. That looks like everything I need. Let's see. Revan's robes. Strength +4, regeneration +2. I'll take the Jedi Seer robe. And his mask. Yeah, because I want to be able to rely on my force powers if things go south from here forward. Alright. I forget, is... Okay, yeah, it's red. Screw it, I'll just equip my standard sabers here. Oh, and since we are at this point, this will be the last time I'm leveling up Revan here. Where do I want to go with this? I guess it won't really matter much, but I'll just put it into Constitution, I guess. Master Force Focus and Master Sense, those are cool. Alright, well this is my last level up, so... Maybe I'll give you a weapon focus with lightsaber. I can only choose one power, so I better make it... I'll do Effect Mind, why not? And yep, that's it. This cap is now gone, so I can no longer level up. I'm sad. I kind of wish that combined with the restored content mod, they would give us a bit more to level up with, but but I guess that's in the limitations of the game's engine anyway. So, all right, let's go.
Are you fully equipped? I can only see it getting hairy from here on out, and I don't think you'll get another chance.
I'm ready.
I figured a former Republic war hero turned Dark Lord of the Sith wouldn't need much time to get prepared for battle. Guess I was right.
Did you say battle? I don't think battle's such a good idea. I don't think you realize what we're up against. I don't think you understand exactly how outmatched we are.
You do an awful lot of thinking.
What are you so afraid of, Mechanique? Don't you remember all those adventures we had on the Orion? Don't you remember how many times we got ourselves in and out of situations like this?
I'm just being realistic about our chances. I think I'm the only one here who intends to lead this place while still in one piece. Well, we can discuss this later. Now's not the time.
So what is our next move? Where do we go from here?
We need to stop Solomon at all costs. We can't allow him to resurrect the Brotherhood of Shadow.
And don't forget Sarah Dagana. She saved my neck more than a few times on the Orion. And now it's time for me to repay the favor.
Also, let's not forget to clear this temple of all its valuables. There gotta be something around here that we can sell. Agreed. Let's rock. No sign of that Zerka employee that got corrupted. Good. Jesus Christ! Well, thanks for the heart attack there, you little f***. Back off! I said back off. Oh my god, that gave me a legitimate heart attack there. Okay. I think I'm good now. Let's investigate the rest of that section over here. Might as well. Nothing over here, I don't think. Except beds and bunks. But I think it's worth taking a look just in case. So you never know, there might be something hidden within all this rubble. Okay, nothing there. Okay, nothing else there. Looks like more guys are coming up. How's it going there, Brothers of Shadow? Is Makuta Pterodax one of you guys, by the way? That's a Bionicle reference for those of you out there.
That hurt, I bet.
Alright, let me heal up a little bit. Okay, I was anticipating that one. Whew, okay. Onwards and forwards to the inner chambers. More brothers incoming. Aw, you son of a... That wasn't fair. Even Verbal's getting in on the action there. Verbal's got a lot of spunk for a protocol droid. Here come more of them. Back off. Skeleton. Wonder what's over here. More Brothers of Shadow. So before I can look, I guess I better push these guys away. More of you guys? What, was there a sale or something? Whew, okay, now what's in this skeleton? Ah, 5 light support packs. That's just what the doctor ordered. Let's see.
Sure.
I'm gonna take a look at Mechanique real quick. Wow, that's a really good stun baton. Mechanique's custom-made stun baton is also a potent weapon. Good to know. Okay.
Sure.
Alright, let's move. Which way do we go? I'm gonna say that way, given that there are Brothers of Shadow coming up towards us. Hey, don't you hurt my mechanic. Okay, cool. Those guys are taken care of. And what's over here? Locked. Aww. Alright. let's move forward then. Another door to another set of inner chambers, I see. Okay. Okay. See if we can get to that skeleton over there. Well, after we deal with these guys, of course. Back off my mechanic. Cool, alright. Another 5 life support packs.
Yes?
God damn it. Now are we trapped here or something? Verbal, come on.
The entity that I detect.
What?
Am I seriously stuck here? Oh my god. Okay,
Sure.
The entity that I detected earlier is most likely to be located within the main chamber of this temple.
you don't say. Could you move so I can get there? I guess not. Alright, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, folks. Sorry about that. Let's move forward. There we go. Alright, we're in the main chambers next. Sweet. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Wow, what the heck's going on over there? Holy crap. What is that? It's like a giant orb. Shadow. You okay there, buddy? That son of a... Freeze, dude. Shadow, you with me, buddy?
Sarah, it's me, Kobayashi. We've come to rescue you, to get you out of this awful place. Sarah Dagana, come on, girl, answer me. Look at me, anything.
I guess she's not all there anymore. Still, it could have been a lot worse for her. At least that means we don't have to give her a share of the treasure. Speaking of which, Kobayashi, can you see any? Real smooth.
She in a trance or something? What has Solomon done to her?
Forget about her, focus on what's really important. Treasure!
I don't care about your stupid treasure, Hanik. I'm here for Sarah. I'm here to rescue her, and I'm going to do just that. It's time to get out of this place and back to a world where things make sense.
What the hell? No! Oh god.
Tragic, isn't she? She was once my pupil, my protege. I rescued her from a life of insignificance and then gave her calling, a purpose. Many years did she spend under my tutelage, learning, training, and honing the skills that would see her through any trials that life would pose to her. She was once on a path that would have shaped her into a mighty warrior, fit to be called a living embodiment of what my people, the Ichani, embrace as principle, as tradition. Yet that destiny, the destiny she had trained all her life to meet, was not to be. She was deceived, manipulated, and then shaped into a tool of war by a force beyond her understanding. This woman, she once had a name, Shauna May. The same Shauna May who you, Revan, stripped of her history, her culture, her identity. The same Shauna May who you, Revan, transformed into an instrument of your will. The same Shauna May who you, Revan, stole from me. And now the two of us finally have come face to face without distraction. Welcome, Revan. Welcome to the Chamber of Shadow.
Solomon, I don't want to fight you.
Surely you must have known that this confrontation was inevitable. It was a judgment decided when you chose to destroy the woman who was once my Padawan. Since my death at Terrace, all of what was important to me has been rendered meaningless. No longer do I care for the fates of the Jedi, the Republic, or the galaxy. I only care to pursue the single undeniable calling that fate has thrust towards me. To destroy you and all the depravities that your manipulations have spawned. It is a calling that drives me. It is a calling that has empowered me, and it is a calling that will serve to vindicate me for my failure at Terrace. To destroy you, Revan, it will be my revenge. And the Brotherhood of Shadow are the key to attaining that revenge. I will revive them, and I will use them as tools to destroy you and your empire of Sith. But before we settle our score, I sense you lack fulfillment. You lack answers. I wish only to fight you when you are at your best. So ask, and I will answer.
I want to discuss Shauna May, your former apprentice and my former personal assassin.
Shauna May, the one who I created, the one who you destroyed.
You state that you care for your former pupil, yet you have shown little contempt for her well-being thus far.
You are wrong. Shauna May was my pupil, not the shell I see before me. I act to deliver a rightful vengeance to who she once was, not what she has since become.
You say you seek vengeance against me, yet you have also gone to a great effort to lure Shauna May here. Why?
Do not underestimate her usefulness. Like you, she is an essential part of the resurrection process for the Brotherhood of Shadow. And she has proved a useful tool to lure you here. The remnants of our bond allowed her to determine a great many things, including my presence on Korriban and the movements I have made across it.
While on the Orion, Shauna May was using an alias. How did you know who she really was?
By pure chance, I acquired information detailing the crew members which served upon the stolen Republic ship you know as the Orion. One of those crew members was a female Twi'lek named Sarah Degana. Sarah Degana is an anagram of Anaget Eris, an ancient Ichani queen that is said to be the one most responsible for modern-day Ichani culture. At the height of a rule which saw significant cultural expansion, she was betrayed by those closest to her and banished from Ichani territories to live the rest of her life on foreign worlds. Shauna May, although not Ichani by birth, was considered to be one in spirit, and thus was well versed in the culture and histories of my people. Although I find it curious as to why she chose that as her alias. After Terrace, I was under the impression that she cared little for her people's culture anymore.
That is a really neat backstory, though, I'm not gonna lie. What's wrong with her? She seems unaware of any events that happen around her.
Having already been weakened as a result of the ritual process, she was not in the best of conditions to learn of the truth behind your grand manipulation of her. Broken by these revelations, she has since been consumed by the dark side energies that infest this chamber. I doubt anyone, least of all you, will be able to reach her through the hatred and self-loathing I sense she now feels.
Then let me return to my previous questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
I want to discuss you, Solomon. What stands before me now is no longer a Jedi Master.
Once I was a revered member of the Jedi Order that died, only to be born anew, a greater being.
According to Shauna May, you were killed on Terrace. What really happened?
When I fought and defeated Shauna May during what is now called the Second Battle of Terrace, I made the mistake of underestimating the ferocity of the retreating Mandalorians. When they destroyed the walkway beneath my feet, I plunged into the darkness, leaving everything of significance behind forever. When I awoke, I was defeated. I was broken. I was alone. Trapped beneath what seemed like a mountain of rubble, I was forced to enter into a meditation to slowly heal my broken body. In this slumber, I became unaware of the events that transpired in the galaxy around me. Yet sometimes I caught a fleeting glimpse of my former Padawan's mind, as if some remnants of the bond we shared still existed. It was these glimpses that allowed me to piece together the truth behind her betrayal. When my body was finally healed, I awoke from my meditations with the strength to free myself from my makeshift tomb. The galaxy around me had become a very different place. What was once Jedi was now Sith, and already had they turned on one another. I began my search for the being that was once Shauna May, because I knew that out of anyone, it was she who could lead me to you, Revan. I somehow knew you were still alive, and I was right.
What are you, Jedi or Sith?
I am a man who desires his revenge. Nothing more, yet nothing less.
Why did you destroy all those people on the residential level of the mining facility?
They were a necessary sacrifice. I needed something to coax Shauna May, and by extension, you out of hiding. It was not the result of this sacrifice, but the act itself which had purpose. The moment it happened, its tragedy was echoed across the currents of the Force. Ultimately, this echo was detected by Shauna May.
And why didn't I feel this disturbance then?
Tragedy is commonplace, and each leaves its own imprint on the Force. Shauna May could only detect the disturbance because of who perpetrated it, her own master.
Well, that makes sense.
Ask, and I will answer.
I want to discuss the Brotherhood of Shadow.
I have learned much of the Brotherhood of Shadow from the artifacts' remains and the writings within this temple. They are not a force to be trifled with so lightly.
No joke. Who were the Brotherhood of Shadow before they became trapped within the artifact?
The Brotherhood of Shadow was a faction within the Sith that originates from ancient times, when the Sith themselves were an actual species rather than merely an ideological view held by the corrupt. During an invasion of Korriban by an advanced race of aliens who referred to themselves as the Infinite Empire, the Brotherhood of Shadow was a faction of individuals that served the Sith King exclusively as a sect of highly skilled warriors and assassins. It is said that the strategies and tactics the Brotherhood of Shadow pioneered on that ancient battlefield was what ultimately brought about a victory for the Sith, despite the Infinite Empire's greater numbers and advanced technologies.
Okay. The Brotherhood of Shadow were trapped within a mysterious artifact. What was this artifact?
This artifact you speak of, the one that you destroyed, its origins do not lie with the Sith, but rather with the Infinite Empire that tried to enslave them. The artifact seems to have been used as a form of punishment for the corrupt, one that separates mind from body and then casts it into imprisonment. It probably came into the Sith's possession around the time of the failed invasion.
Alright. So how did the Brotherhood of Shadow become trapped within the artifact?
The ancient Sith were once ruled by a single man, a wise and powerful king named Addis. Under his rule, the Sith were a prosperous and honorable species who had ambitions to expand their influence across the stars to create a galactic society based on principles not too dissimilar from the Ichanis. But these ambitions were quashed after Addis sacrificed himself to save his people from the enslavement of the Infinite Empire. Addis's Sith believed him to be immortal and that his rule would thus be eternal. When Addis was killed, they were unprepared to deal with the vacuum of power that was created. At first, it was assumed that Addis's advisors, the Sith King's proclaimed successors, would be the ones to lead the Sith into the future, to claim the riches of an unknown galaxy, using the technology they had acquired from the Infinite Empire. Yet Akira Khan Sin, leader of the Brotherhood of Shadow, believed himself to be the one who should lead the Sith, and so he betrayed Addis's designated successors in an effort to install himself and his sect of assassins as the unchallenged rulers of the Sith peoples. Ultimately, the Brotherhood of Shadow was defeated, and their insurrection quashed. As punishment for their betrayal, Akira Khan Sin and his Brotherhood of Shadow were condemned to imprisonment within the Infinite Empire's artifact. It is there they would spend an eternity reflecting on the corruptions that had consumed them.
Okay. Well, that would explain a heck of a lot. Wow. Tell me about Akira Khan Sim, the Sith who claimed to be the leader of the Brotherhood.
Akira Khan Sin was the Sith who led the Brotherhood of Shadow, a faction of warriors and assassins who pioneered the strategies and tactics which ultimately defeated Korriban's alien invaders. He was said to be a charismatic figure, a powerful force user, and skilled in the arts of combat. When the Infinite Empire invaded Korriban, boasting advanced technologies and superior numbers, it was clear to Akira Khan Sin that they would never be victorious if the war was fought using an approach that relied solely upon brute force. Thus, the Brotherhood of Shadow was born, a sect of elite Sith warriors that chose to forsake the individualistic nature of their species and see themselves as a single entity, an entity that answered only to the Sith King. Whilst the Sith King's armies weathered the wrath of the Infinite Empire, it was the Brotherhood of Shadow that covertly waged a silent war behind the enemy's own lines, decimating its tactical and strategical competence by assassinating the key military figures responsible for coordinating the planetary invasion of Korriban. The repercussions of this silent war were soon felt as the Infinite Empire's armies began to collapse upon themselves in the absence of an effective command. Whilst personally leading the armies which bore the full might of the Infinite Empire, Addis, the King of the Sith, was killed. A dying King Addis entrusted the burden of kingship to be spread amongst his most trusted of advisors, proclaiming them the rightful successors to his rule. This move angered Akira Khan Sin, who believed himself to be the one worthy of leading the Sith peoples. After his insurrection was stopped, the rightful rulers of the Sith designated that Akira Khan Sin and his Brotherhood of Shadow be condemned to imprisonment within the Infinite Empire's artifact.
Okay. So the Brotherhood of Shadow could materialize in the outside world despite being locked in the artifact. How did that happen?
The artifact itself was a crude device, not suited to harboring beings who wielded power on the scale of the Brotherhood of Shadow. I suspect as generations passed, Akira Khan Sin had learned how to interfere with the workings of the artifact from within, allowing him to gradually impose his will upon the great void that imprisoned him. But considering his physical body had long since been destroyed, he was unable to escape the artifact, only managing to project himself as a specter into our reality when an individual was foolish enough to tamper with the artifact. And even then, In our world, without the power of the artifact to provide for him, his spirit would have to leech from the life force of the living to fuel and maintain his presence here.
That would explain a lot. Akira Khan Sin spoke of his intentions to use me as a host for the Brotherhood of Shadow. What did he mean by this?
The physical bodies of Akira Khan Sin and his Brotherhood of Shadow have long since been destroyed by the ravages of time. To exist in this reality, the spirits of these ancient warriors would have to assume control of actual living people. Hosts, if you will. But the true difficulty lies not with simply finding a host, but rather with finding a suitable host. In life, Akira Khan Sin was a powerful being, and so requires the body of an equally powerful subject. In his eyes, you would have seemed the most suitable of subjects to serve as the physical body for the Brotherhood of Shadow.
That makes sense. Okay. This place that you call the Temple of Shadow, what connections does it have to the Brotherhood of Shadow?
The Temple of Shadow is an ancient and forgotten structure built by King Addis's designated successors to house the artifact, which the Brotherhood of Shadow was imprisoned within. Constructed out of materials scavenged from a captured enemy temple, it also became the focal point for the Brotherhood of Shadow's power.
Okay. The Brotherhood ceased to exist when the artifact was destroyed. How did you intend to revive them exactly?
Whilst it is true that through your actions the artifact was destroyed, the spirits trapped within survived. Within you, Revan, a Duros named Mechanic and Shana May are the remains of the Brotherhood of Shadow. When the artifact was destroyed, the Brotherhood of Shadow's fractured remnants penetrated all who had witnessed their destruction with intentions to leech from their life force in an effort to survive. Scattered and weakened, these remnants must be returned to the focal point, the place in which its essence can be restored and its power once again made whole. The focal point is this very chamber, the heart of the Temple of Shadow. The ritual I have performed on each of you, its purpose was to siphon the Brotherhood of Shadow's remnants from within you and allow them to be reunited. The raw concentration of energy that you see before you is for all intents and purposes the Brotherhood of Shadow. With its power reunited, all that remains for them is to find a means to exercise that power. A host.
Huh, okay. So what exactly is the Brotherhood's power?
The power of the Brotherhood of Shadow lies in the ability to summon forth these creatures of betrayal at will, and only one, the dominant will, may exercise that power. When the Brotherhood of Shadow is introduced to a new host, the existing dominant will of the Brotherhood must confront and defeat the will of this host. The victor is granted the Brotherhood of Shadow's power, yet also suffers a loss of identity when they become its personification.
Okay, I can see that happening. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, I suppose. Okay, so what are their beliefs?
Since ancient times, and more so since their imprisonment, the Brotherhood of Shadow, rather than seeing themselves as a group of individuals united by a cause, see themselves as merely a single entity. These beliefs were personified in the Brotherhood of Shadow's mantra, the Code of the Shadow.
Okay. Any other questions? Let me see this.
Ask.
Alright. Well, Solomon, you've answered all my questions. So let's end this.
Then, at last, it is time. Shauna May, once an individual with an identity to call her own, now nothing but a hollow shell, yet she can still be salvaged of use. She will become the Brotherhood of Shadow's host when the reunited essence of the Brotherhood is introduced to her body. Her hate-filled spirit will gradually be consumed by Akira Khan's sin, the dominant will. Yet the power traditionally wielded by that dominant will shall no longer be theirs to grasp when they have fully consumed the spirit of their new host. Instead, through the force bond of master and apprentice, that power will be transferred to me. I will claim the Brotherhood of Shadow's power, yet I will not become their personification. I will retain my identity. I will remain Darius Solomon. I have waited so long for this day. My mind and my body are prepared to face you, to defeat you. Awaken, Shadow, and claim your prize of flesh.
Let's end this, Solomon. Hey, that's cheating. Ah, he's down. All right. Oh, what the f***? What? How did you... What? Okay. That's a problem. I did not see that coming. Alright, back off. Heal up, quickly.
I can feel the Brotherhood of Shadow's power penetrating my body, but I need more.
Is it just me, or is he getting stronger? I think he's getting stronger every time we beat him. Come on, heal up, heal up, heal up. Okay, good. Do I have any battle stimulants or anything like that?
The process is nearly complete. The power is nearly mine. Just a little longer. Just a little.
Sarah, it's me, Kobayashi. You've got to wake up. You've got to break the bond. I know you can do it. I know you can beat this. I know you've had a tough life, but you're still strong. You can still fight. I saw that on the Orion. I see it now. The truth is, I know what it's like to lose everything, too. I was once a different Kobayashi. I was once a Jedi.
What?
Look into yourself, past the hatred, past the lies. Don't you see? We're the same. We're the same.
Kobayashi, where am I? What's happened?
Trust me, you don't want to know.
No. The connections have been broken prematurely. The Brotherhood of Shadow can no longer claim its host, and I can no longer claim their power. My power.
Goodbye, Solomon. It was like a dream that I couldn't wake up from. But I could hear you, Kobayashi. I could hear you speaking to me through the Force. I did as you told me. I concentrated my thoughts and gathered the strength to resist. To fight it. Thank you.
Hey, well, don't mention it. To be honest with you, I'm still trying to figure out how I actually got through to you. It's been a long time since I felt the Force strongly enough to actually do anything with it.
Through the Force, it's possible for feelings and imagery to communicate between individuals. Kobayashi, a Force bond exists between us.
I can't say I've heard the term, but I was never the best Jedi. My master was a great woman, a bit like you in more than a few ways. Stubborn, but a great warrior. But they say a Jedi's life is sacrifice, and my master's was no exception. She lost her life one day as we fought to defend a settlement from a pirate raid on some obscure planet you've probably never heard of in the Outer Rim. I failed her because the Force failed me. It turned away from me, so I returned the favor. I was all alone. I was captured by the pirates who had slaughtered my master and too stricken with grief to do anything about it. I figured it was all over. But then he came.
Who?
My savior. The man who I owe my life. Damon Drexel. He found me, killed my captives, and took me as his own. He was on the run back then, having just fled from the Sith in a stolen Republic ship he named the Orion. He sought a new life, a life which I admit appealed to me, so I joined him.
So that's why you went with Damon Drexel after the mutiny. It was out of loyalty.
Damon Drexel saved my life. Had he not disappeared, I'd still be with him now.
I understand, Kobayashi, and I'm sorry for more than you know.
Solomon, is he dead?
I felt his pulse. He's dead. Master, I believe we have much to discuss.
I think we should postpone this until later. We still have the Brotherhood of Shadow to worry about.
Agreed. When I awoken from my trance, it felt as if the process of transferring the Brotherhood of Shadow's essence was reversed. They're still here, drawn towards their focal point. This chamber is the one place where they are truly immortal. This chamber is the key. If we destroy it, and the Brotherhood of Shadow, without a host, will no longer be able to sustain itself without the aid of its focal point.
I think we're getting a little bit over our heads, people. This structure is massive, and all we have are simple weapons.
I don't know, but there must be a way. We have to destroy this chamber, no matter the cost.
I'm always one to suggest ideas when I get them, but this time, I've got nothing.
I've got it! I've got it!
You got what? You've got what?
Have no fear, Mechanic is here, and he's brought explosives.
You were carrying explosives all this time? And you didn't think to tell us? To warn us?
What can I say? I always forget the little details in life. I like to carry around a few portable thermal charges. You never know when the galaxy might throw at you, and I like to be prepared. I have 5 charges. That should be more than enough to take out this entire chamber.
That's great. We can destroy this chamber. We can destroy the Brotherhood of Shadow.
Wait, it's not that easy. There's too much interference from this chamber for the remote activation signal to be transmitted. Which, to put it bluntly, means one of us is going to have to stay behind and manually detonate the charges. There's no other way.
There has to be another way. Nobody has to die. Not here. Not after all we've been through.
Afraid they do, Kobayashi. The only way we can stop the Brotherhood of Shadow before they turn the galaxy into another Orion. So, anybody want to draw straws? God damn it, Mechanic.
Master, I will stay. I shall be the one to detonate the thermal charges.
Why?
Verbal? No, you can't. You'd be destroyed. And without your memory core, I wouldn't be able to rebuild you.
Master, I am a droid, model S0Z3, a non-organic machine composed of steel and wiring. You're a living being, with a life of significance and fulfillment ahead of you. It is a harsh truth for me to accept, but your existence is more important than mine.
Ah. Then I guess it's settled. Verbal will be the one to manually detonate the charges and blow this chamber to smithereens. I'll take care of the preparations and set the charges. It shouldn't take too long. Verbal, your sacrifice will not only save us, it'll save the galaxy. We won't forget you.
Thank you, Verbal. Thank you for everything. I'll never forget you. That I can promise you.
Master, despite your imperfections and flaws, I have found you to be an insightful character. You must keep yourself functional, at all costs.
Don't worry, Verbal. I may be incapable of many things, but looking after myself is luckily something I'm good at.
No!
Kun kili no ba!
Shadow, grant me your power. Use my body to do what I alone could not.
Solomon, what have you done?
Searcha, chupapanki.
I need not the passion, for the shadow will nurture me. I need not the strength, for the shadow fights for me. I need not the power, for the shadow is dominant. I need not the victory, for the shadow will always reign. I need not the force, I need only the shadow.
Pudu,
Solomon, you've gone too far! Too far!
papanki.
Yield, child. I am an adversary beyond your understanding.
Dong abu
Solomon?
nok.
There is no Solomon. There is only shadow. Rejoice, Chris. The Brotherhood of Shadow has gained of the flesh, and with it has come the lost knowledge of our true existence.
I've already learned much of you and your history, Akira Khan Sin.
And you must unlearn what you have learned, for the truth is far more different than what this temple of lies would have you believe. To understand the Brotherhood of Shadow, you must first understand the betrayal that condemned it.
Now what's going on? Flashback again, okay. Oh, we're playing a Kirikon. Or a Kirikon. Wow, okay. So we're fighting the Infinite Empire. Interesting, okay. Well, this chapter is gonna have to, is gonna be fun, but it's gonna have to wait till next time, folks, so... Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/BurningerVFX, or consider buying us coffee at ko-fi.com/BurningerVFX. It'll help support the channel, help support future videos like this one, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. I'm Burning Earth Chris, and may the Force be with you. If you like this video, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/BurningEarthVFX. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook for more exciting updates. And as always, thanks for watching.